So, the 2019 World Series is over, and the Washington Nationals beat the Houston Astros, as you know, in Game 7 for a pretty epic 7-game World Series, which, in my opinion, it's how I feel World Series should go more often. And you know, some interesting things like the home team never won a game, which is crazy. I'm sure you folks know that by now, but I found that rather interesting. And but what is most important to me is now that baseball season's over. Let me just get this out of here. We can focus on what's really important: the Yankees. Well, because to me, once Yankees stop playing, baseball season's over. So, being a native New Yorker who no longer lives in New York, I still watch the Yankees on a regular basis. And I put a video already out on my channel. If you happen to be a baseball fan, please click the subscribe button. I mean, I love baseball, and I want to share my love of baseball with you guys and you gals. And, you know, I hope that you find my videos enjoyable. And I'm going to be sending out all different kinds of baseball-related, Yankee-related videos. So please click the subscribe button if you enjoy that type of stuff. And please click the bell next to the subscribe button if you so that you know anytime I post a video. And I'll post something every week. It'll be top 10 this, top 5 that, teams, predictions. I put MLB free agent predictions for this offseason. I put a video out on my page already, and I put what I think the Yankees should do versus what I think they actually will do this offseason. So if you're a Yankee fan, definitely subscribe to my page because I'm going to put a lot of Yankee stuff. So regarding the Yankees offseason, I want to talk about what I think they're going to, what I think the lineup is going to look like. The rotation, if you watch my other video, you kind of know what I think they're going to do versus what I think they should do. I think they're going to make one addition to the rotation, and I think it's going to be Zach Wheeler. I can't see Cole coming, and I can't see Strasburg coming. In my perfect fantasy world, they would both be here. But I think the Yankees are going to have to clear a little payroll, and even though we got Encarnacion out, they're going to have to figure out a way to clear some more payroll. And we got about $35 million coming off the books, and that's going to be Cole alone. So anyway, that's my idea of rotation. I do think Chapman's going to opt out. If he does, I say we move on from him, and just maybe go for Will Smith as a reliever. That's just my personal opinion now. But I actually think he's going to go to the Nationals. And not the Mets, even though Carlos Beltran agreed. The Mets agreed to have Carlos Beltran as their new manager today. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to take this bad boy down. This is my 2020 Yankees starting lineup. No particular order. I'm just going by position. All right. First base, I think they're going to go with Miguel Andujar. They're going to give him a shot. He's coming back. He can replace the same value or same production as Edward Encarnacion, especially if he's healthy and he's 15 years younger, and he costs a fraction of the price. So if he's healthy, you know he's going to be there. And I like him at first base instead of third. One, because Gio's a much better defender at third base. Plus, I'd like to have him in the lineup. Secondly, I think he can catch balls thrown at him better than catching balls hit to him. So, and he'll have more balls thrown at him as a first baseman than he'll have balls hit to him. So that's just my opinion. And I do think if it doesn't work out, we also have Luke Voigt there as well to either be as a backup or alternate with him while he's kind of getting back to speed. I think it's a nice combination. Some of them can shift back and forth as DH as well, which allows DJ LeMahieu to go to a little bit more of a natural position, second base, which puts Gleyber Torres at shortstop. I don't think Didi's going to come back. I think he will have a market. I think they will offer him a qualifying offer if the market becomes a little bit more clear, and then obviously he will more than likely deny it and sign with another team, in which case we can get 2 picks for him and Chapman, 2 picks of which he'll probably won't even get, because if we sign somebody like Cole or even Wheeler who might get a qualifying offer, we're going to have to give a pick back up anyway. So we may get 1 pick out of the whole thing, but who knows? Who knows? So Gio at third base, he's just a much better defender than Andujar, and I think that's a nice. It's a lot younger lineup too. I mean, a lot younger infield. Gio at third, Gleyber at short, LeMahieu at second base, and I hope they extend him this offseason for him, give him another couple of years. I really do. And then Andujar and Voigt, both of which are in their young to mid-20s. So that's a pretty young lineup, and I do like Tyler Wade backing up all the positions. Mostly second, third, and short, obviously, but And plus, it also gives us an opportunity to have a lefty in the lineup. And, him, Urshela, Andujar, they're contact hitters. They run a lot. They have a lot of similarities to some of the Houston Astros players, which I like. These guys play hit and run, and they drive runners over. They hustle. They run from first to third hard. And we have a lot of these similarities here, which I like. Plus, he helps balance out the lineup. And when he does get a chance to play, he actually plays pretty well. Playing once a week doesn't really give you an opportunity to show what you can do, in my opinion. So let's go to left field now. Clint Frazier, I think, is going to be the starting left fielder, or should be the starting left fielder. I mean, they traded Andrew Miller for him. It's time to give him a shot. He does hit whenever he comes up here and plays, especially if he plays for somewhat consistently. He's another good contact hitter. We're not overly reliant on the long ball with him. With Gardner backing him up at left, and I have Gardner starting at center because Hicks if he's just had Tommy John surgery, and won't be back until at least mid-season, in which case he would shift back to center here, and Gardner would become the fourth outfielder. Would not mess with Clint Frazier. I would at least give him this full year to see if he's actually, legit, and I think he will be. Plus, he's, again, 15 years younger than Brett Gardner, and he plays for the league minimum. So, areas where we can save money and not lose much production. Even though Gardner had a career year, I still think he'll be good in center field. And obviously, Judge in right field, and I would give the other kid, Esteban Florial, a chance to back up some of the outfielders. Another young player, lefty, and gives us more versatility in the lineup as well, and youth and speed. Another guy, Frazier, hustles. He hustles and hustles. He runs fast. The defense will get better, just like it will for other players as well. But I do think that's a good outfield. Gary Sanchez starting the catcher, but I do think Austin Romine will get an opportunity to start somewhere. He'll probably get a couple-year deal. He deserves it. I think the Yankees should look at bringing in Martin Maldonado from the Houston Astros, who's their current backup catcher. I think he'd be a good fit here. Plus, it will give an opportunity for Sanchez to move to DH for 40 or 50 or 60 games, and which will give it a chance for the current DH, Giancarlo Stanton, to remain healthy. And maybe Stanton will be good playing 120, 130 games. We'll still get a hell of a lot of production out of him. And I'd rather him do that, 120 really good games at DH, and give us 30 home runs and 100 RBIs if he can, over being hurt half the year, and especially being in the outfield. He's a big guy. He doesn't move as well as Judge does, so I think that's probably the best lineup unless they make some ridiculous splash. We don't need Anthony Rendon. We don't have to pay $250 million for him, in my opinion. This is a pretty solid lineup for me. I think it's a little bit more better of a contact lineup. We're still obviously reliant on home runs a little bit too much, but I think with the addition of Wade and Frazier and Florial on a regular basis, and Andujar puts us in a little bit better position to hit a lot more doubles and singles and drive runners over and stuff like that. So, to me, this is a good lineup. The rotation, who knows what Domingo German's going to do, whether he's coming back, whether they're going to let him back, or whether the crowd might just rip him to pieces. Who knows? And who knows whether his psyche, he may come back and even have a crap year. So, but I do think with the addition of somebody like Zach Wheeler, who'd be a good 2 and 3. You still got Wheeler, you'd have Tanaka, you would have Severino, Paxton. That's a nice 4, and I'm sure they're going to bring Jordan Montgomery up and probably get this kid Mike King a shot as well. And Mike Ford's another one, would be a good bench player as well. And Mike Tauchman. So other options to be considered for these positions as well. Tauchman might be a good 4th outfielder if Florial doesn't get a chance. He's another lefty. He played well when he was up here, and he'd be a good to back up those outfielders as well. So who knows? They may acquire a pitcher in a trade and may trade out Florial. I personally hope that they don't trade Frazier and Andujar for a pitcher, especially one that's not going to be a number 1. I don't see the point in trading him for Michael Fulmer, who's like a number 3 or a 4. I'd rather keep 5 years or 4 years of control of Frazier and Andujar than 4 years of a guy who's going to have a 5-point-something ERA in New York. It's just my opinion. So to me, it's a relatively well-balanced lineup. It's a younger lineup. We're going to miss CeCe's leadership, but I think with the addition of someone like Wheeler, and I would love for us to bring in Cole or Strasburg and Wheeler, or something like that, because it'll give us 2 workhorses, guys that can actually get past the 5th inning into the 6th and 7th inning on a little bit more of a regular basis. which would take a little bit of the load off of the bullpen, which was clearly tired in the playoffs. So we'll talk about the pitching rotation in the bullpen in another video. That'll be the next video I post on this channel, so keep an eye out for that as well. I hope you enjoy this. If you have feedback or comments, please leave a comment down below. I respond to all comments. I would love your insight, especially as diehard Yankee fans. I like to have dialogue back and forth with you folks. Let me know what you think. If somebody should be here who's not on there, if you think they're going to make a splash somewhere, I would love to know what you think. I'm really looking forward to the winter meetings in 6 weeks and then what they're going to do after that. So I know that you folks are too. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the subscribe button and drop a like as well if you enjoy this. And I'll talk to you soon.